That's what I see. But I don't know how we get people to see that. Even with the like the success stories. Like, does that guy is he okay? Like, yeah, I just followed shades and this is what I did. Like, if he's okay letting you put that out there, like that's a hell of a it works. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he said the biggest thing that helped him in the stock market is the patience, the discipline, but also the confidence to hold through the red. He said that's the biggest thing. Like that was his biggest advice is when it's red, you don't get scared. You just, you continue to hold. Like you don't ignore the noise.
Right. Right. I mean, that's what I'm doing with my options. I mean, they're getting beat, and I should have de-risked those options a long time ago, but I didn't have the plan. Well, I still don't fully have the trading plan. I've been working on it on how to manage these things. I actually just sat down yesterday and put one hell of a plan together to get through this stuff because there's still a potential pop. I mean, mine's not hype based. It's all timing. So it is risky, but I'm okay taking the risk. But the plan, nobody has a plan. Even me, I didn't have a plan in my trading. I got a plan for my investing, but I didn't have a fucking plan for my trading. And you called me out on it, which I needed because I didn't know that I didn't have a fucking plan or it wasn't a good one. So,
You didn't have a plan. It's like it just seemed like you weren't using strategy
well,
to position yourself as best as possible. Like you bought those MSTR calls at like 420 and I was like,
bought
"Wait a
them at the
minute.
worst fucking possible time ever. And then I didn't read the charts and I didn't ask you to be like, hey, tell me what I'm not fucking seeing and make me listen. Because that's what I fucking need. Because I'm pig-headed, like I said. Well, not pig-headed, but the finance world, nobody's ever had to give me advice. So it's really hard for me to take advice from other people about money.
Wait, wait,
That's
wait, wait, wait,
really
wait. We need to address this. What is this holier than thou attitude where I don't take advice from other people cuz I'm usually the smart
it's
one?"
just about it's just about finances because I've always given financial advice or guidance to people. I mean, I've just been good at it. And to nobody's ever told me anything financially that has really bettered me. I've come up with it all myself.
Well,
So,
let me interrupt you. I don't think it's even financial at anything. It's just you don't have strategy. Period. There's no like that's it. There's like when we play chess. Am I? Are we? Neither of us are you really using strategy. We're just kind of playing off the cuff. We kind of don't really know what
yes.
we're doing. We're kind of just getting
Yes.
started. And I think that's the difference. Like us getting good at chess is going to be actually studying and getting the strategy down. So I don't think I'm even giving you anything like genius. It's just hey, bro, you need to just use strategy. That's it.
Yeah, it isn't. It really isn't. That's the funny thing. I think that's where the genius lies in the simplicity because that's what I like to do, but my life just was a pile of fucking shit and I don't want to bring up the past anymore and I appreciate you saying that cuz I was bringing it up all the fucking time. Um but yeah,
Well,
the
yeah, no,
genius is in
I've
the
been there. I've been there. I didn't go through a divorce, but I was with someone for a long
yeah,
time and it didn't work out. So maybe not
okay.
the same thing as a divorce where I didn't lose money, right? I didn't lose anything, but I've been there
Right.
and I know. I'll tell you this much: I don't know when you got divorced, but it took me, I would say, like 5 years to finally not even think about that person. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been 2.5 years and I'm over it, but yeah, still haven't not thought about her because, we had a life together. It sucked. But that's done. That's over with. It's time to fucking move forward and buckle down. And yeah, I do want to get a plan, but it sucks because I don't like my fucking life. I loved my life before, and I don't like it now. I'm in a fucking shitty apartment. I got a shed and a fucking 15-year-old car. And I've been damn good with money my entire life. It's bullshit. And then I'm fucking up my trades because I'm not making a plan. Because I'm still not, well, I'm getting back to, life. It's figuring out life again. So my life plan is kind of like shit right now, and it all revolves around money technically. It's not because that's all I think about, but my how do I put it? The fun that I have in life revolves around how much money that I have. You know what I mean? I think that well, that's everybody. Your lifestyle revolves around how wealthy you are, house that you have, the friends that you have, the life that the things you can do. So I don't have a lot of fun right now, and it's fucking stupid. I've been fucking wallowing in self pity for fucking 2.5 years, but I've been climbing my ass out of it. So I
Hey,
still struggle.
are you at least like what do you do in your free time? Because like you know after like you need to occupy your mind with something like just go after it like my way of doing that was the stock market. I'm gonna just occupy my mind with the charts. I'm gonna study the charts. I'm gonna play chess and only focus on chess. I'm gonna learn languages. I'm gonna do learn Street Fighter 6 and get to master rank. I'm just gonna engross myself in something so much
Yeah,
so that I don't even think about anything else. Like you should try that just as an advice.
you're absolutely right because that's what I used to do before, but it's been difficult to do that. Plus, I find myself getting into something, and then I get to a point where it gets to be almost too challenging, and I want to back away from it. So I got to quit doing that shit. I don't do it on everything, but there are some things that I do it for. But the market, I know the market very well. There's some things I still don't know, but trading, you know, shit, man, I was selling covered calls. You saw the chart I was using before, and I was working it then. Like, I'm, I'm, what's the word?
Wait. Let me interrupt you. Someone in the chat said, "Damn, the guy just explained my life story." Shout out to Hashi323.
Oh, shoot. You're welcome, dude. Hey, we can talk anytime you want. Anytime you want.
Uh,
So,
Papacito says hello. Jomar, shout out to Jomar in the Discord. Yo, and someone giving a lot of
oh, I
thumbs
like
up.
your energy. Definitely like your energy.
All right. Continue. I was just making sure to address the chat.
Yeah. Shit, what were we talking about?
Uh, I don't remember yet.
I think we were just talking about me fucking up my life. But yeah, I'm done doing that shit. So, but it's just been difficult to focus on one thing. You know what I mean? Uh, I jump around, which is stupid because I understand money, I understand the market, and I'm good at it. I just got to master it instead of beating around the bush and, sometimes feeling sorry for myself because it's fucking stupid. Don't
Anyways,
feel sorry.
on a lighter note,
Yeah. Yeah. On a lighter note, let's talk about some trading and market and
it's you make it
stock.
sound like it's your grave. Like, yep, I'm kind of walking into my tombstone here.
Yeah, no. Yeah. See, I'm getting over that shit too because, I like to be happy all the time and that went away and I need that back. So push that for me.
All right, yeah, no, I'm bringing the energy today. After that talk with Naveen, I don't know if Naveen is in chat watching this, but after having that talk, I'm amped up. I'm excited. Let's talk stocks. This is Joey Shaw and Shades. Apparently, I'm Joey Shaw right now because I just messed that up. But yeah,
Hi, I'm Joey Shaw, and that was Shades. Let's talk some stock.
yeah. So what are you looking at for? Well, first of all, what do you think is going to happen with the market now? Do you think we go up? Because I think after that CPI print, I think we've bottomed, and I think we're just going to start heading higher now.
Everything that I'm seeing is absolute bottom. This is like look back at April. This is like April 2.0. That's what I see. And the market really didn't tank. Crypto took a heck of a hit. Some of the market didn't really do that bad. I mean, but we were down a couple of percent. People were freaking out. Like, what the heck's going to happen when we have actual 10%? People are going to lose their mind. But yeah, we're ready to go. This was like 2 weeks ago, whatever the freaking heck happened when tariffs with China. That was that black swan. But unless there's another black swan, we're primed.
Yeah, I think I think the market already priced in whatever happens with China doesn't even matter. I think it's already priced in the downside, and we just head up, and we have a rate cut coming as well. So we should, in my opinion, and like you said, the market did. Like we're seeing stocks at some stocks at highs, while crypto decided to go down. I don't know why that is. That's very interesting disconnect there, but
Yeah.
I don't know if that bodes, maybe that's a sign for later, but I think short term, absolutely, we're just going to continue to go higher. I know people called it Uptober, but it's kind of been weird Tober, if anything.
And shit over. No, the disconnect between the crypto market and the stock market, I think it makes sense because, well, crypto market is still considered like risk asset if you think about it, even though it's being adopted and well, not legalized, being um, put into law and stuff like that. People still trust the stock market more in the traditional finance sense. So it's still going to take a couple of years for crypto to fully get itself in there. It's going to work in there quicker, but it's going to dip harder than the stock market, I think, and that's just historically.
Yeah, no, I think we're headed higher short term at least. I don't know about longer term. The gravy train's gonna stop at some point. But as of right now, I mean, I was looking at Palantir, Nvidia. MSTR is a little concerning for me. I do hold MSTR in the
Hmm.
300s. I'm hoping it's just lagging behind Bitcoin and it's gonna start to follow because it's still just kind of in a downtrend and still red. Whereas
Hmm.
Bitcoin is green and finally just broke out of the downtrend and trying to come back to that purple line and above it. So, what are your thoughts there? Because I know you're holding MSTR leverage calls. So,
Absolutely. Yeah, the chart is definitely concerning for me. I'm actually gonna look at it right now and talk about it. Um, my charts are set up similar to yours. They're not exact, but they're working for me when I'm learning. But yeah, on the daily, yeah, we have a what I believe is called a death cross. The 50-day moving average crossed under the 200-day
on
2 days
MSTR,
ago. Yes, on my chart on the daily,
I'm checking right now. Give me a second.
and then,
Yeah, the
and then
audience
like
can
a
see it. The
couple.
audience can see it. Oh, yeah, it just happened right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, that's not good. That could be absolutely devastating, or it could be just a we fell
Fake
too
out.
hard too.
Fake out. It could be a fake out.
It could be a fake out. That if it's a fake out, we are gonna see some serious upside, especially if Bitcoin does start ripping. But also another concern, we also flipped cross under on the MACD on the monthly chart. So long term, that's a little concerning as well. But that could also be from I mean, we ran high. We were at what, 450, 455, and we dropped all the way down to 270. That's a 40% drop. So that's a pretty quick drop, which could change those charts a little bit, but still very concerning. And nothing's been changing on the trends. The weekly trend still looks like garbage. RSI is coming down pretty low. It's
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now because I haven't done my analysis on it. But yeah, it does look. This is like make or break here. It has to bounce soon and
absolutely.
recover, or that's I mean it's gonna come down, and that's really what it is.
You're right. If we do not hold this, if something doesn't happen, we could possibly actually we're below the 50 on the weekly. Like, I mean, we're in a free fall here to maybe even 180. If it doesn't hold here and it doesn't bounce at like what's that, 230? If it doesn't bounce at 230, we're going to 180. And I'll sell a quarter of my stack, which is like against my entire long-term principle. But if that chart's saying that, I'm gonna have to de-risk. I should have de-risked at 400 because it screamed it. but I didn't know how to read the
I'm
chart
looking
yet.
at it, and I'm trying to find like the RSI is low. It's under 30 right now on the weekly. Again, I'm hoping at least. Let me look at Bitcoin again. Yeah, Bitcoin is surging right now. Well, surging, quote unquote. It's moving up right now. So
Yeah, it's
if
got
Bitcoin
some
can look
strength.
good, if Bitcoin can bounce here, it should follow. MSTR should follow. It's just been concerning that we have these green days, and MSTR has been showing all this
All this
weakness.
red. Yeah, yeah, it's been very concerning. It's also been intriguing, like what the heck's going on because they just keep increasing their Bitcoin stack, and but it also shows you that it's a company and it's not just leveraged Bitcoin. So there's obviously going to be a disconnect from the treasury companies at some point to the asset.
They have earnings coming up. What's the what are your, because you know MSTR better than I do. I don't know anything
Yeah.
about earnings, how it performs, but earnings is coming up next, literally this coming week. So I mean that could also be a deciding factor as to where we go
Yeah.
next.
Earnings is interesting. You know what, Shades? Real quick, I'm looking at the daily. We did bounce off that 200. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks good. I thought I was looking at MSTR. Never mind. But yeah, Bitcoin's looking like it's got some good strength, and the five's about to cross the 13, which is usually a short-term bullish move. And if we can get above that 50, we look good. Anyhow, um, MSTR earnings. Yeah, I think they're going to blow them out of the water again because I believe Bitcoin closed somewhere between $5,000 to $7,000 above where it closed the last quarter. So they'll be able to report $5,000 to $7,000 of gain on 640,000 Bitcoin, which is about $5 billion. So yeah, their earnings is going to be good, and it's going to show that the first earnings report wasn't just a fluke, and they didn't earn all this money out of nowhere. So that could possibly put them in a contention for getting into the S&P 500
Wait, yeah, that
again.
I wanna ask because I'm looking at the previous earnings and it dropped. It dropped from 400. It gapped down and dropped from 400 to 360. It dropped a whole $40. I don't know if you see that, but
Yeah.
on
Oh, yeah.
October
Huge gap there.
August 1st.
Yeah.
So
See
yeah,
where are we at?
yeah, it's gonna be very interesting this coming week for MSTR.
Yeah. So if earnings literally tank this stock, like I mean, completely undervalued for sure, for sure. But where does the heck does it free fall to? Like, where is it going to catch? Like I said, if it doesn't bounce here and it doesn't hold 230, we're going to see 180.
Yeah,
It
and
might
that
bounce
that
off
would be a
200 just because it's a low
huge,
number, but
huge disconnect
yeah.
from Bitcoin
Oh
itself.
yeah, yeah, which would be incredible. So then it's a gobble it up. You see it under $200. I mean, then it's geez, absolutely, because it'll eventually just
Well,
blow.
let me ask you this: what's the bear case for MSTR?
Bear case is basically Bitcoin drops to like 30 grand. We have an 80%, and then we go back through winter. But we've already been through that with this company. Well, like a weekly that back in I think it was 22. Is that right? Definitely end of 21.
The bear market of 2022, I believe.
Yeah, because that was the longest this company has spent under the 200-day moving average, or the purple line, as you so love to call it.
Damn,
Um,
it came down to $13.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah, that is wow, that is nasty.
that,
This thing
that was a
can.
Bitcoin bit that went through crypto winter. So Bitcoin spiked, crypto winter hit. Bitcoin dropped from what 60 some thousand to 16,000. So yeah, crypto can move. A 50% drawdown in Bitcoin is an absolute possibility, but we're going up in Bitcoin. So that tells me we're probably going to bounce because people cannot fully ignore how good this company is being ran. But it's also possible for Bitcoin to absolutely tank because it's crypto.
All right.
I don't see it coming, but
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
I
I
don't see
don't.
it coming out of the gate.
I'm just trying to make some comparisons here. Yeah. Well, I don't even know what to say. It's like, damn, that does look bad. But let me. I think I see a bullish falling wedge that it's trying to break out. Yeah. There's a bullish falling wedge on it, and it's trying to break out of it. If it can break out Monday, then we're fine.
That's what I'm seeing. Like this week's kind of like where we close like Monday, maybe even Friday. We're gonna figure out what the heck's going on in the market, especially for this company. 'Cause we're at a very pivotal point here.
All
Very
right.
pivotal.
Let's. So any. What are the plays? What are you watching? Anything for this coming week?
Okay. Yeah. Also, I'm kind of looking at SoFi or SoFi and SoundHound. I know SoFi. Let's go with SoFi first. But SoFi's got, I believe, earnings coming up, and they've been on an absolute tear. I know it's hot, but if you look at the daily RSI, or I'm sorry, yeah, look at the RSI and look at the MACD. They cooled off hard, very hard, and this stock is holding strength at $29. That says that we're probably going to blow on good earnings. Now, you could do a short-term trade on that. You could even do like a call option, like a slightly out of the money call option for like a month out. And then if it hits, take profit and get out or do shares. But SoFi looks good to me. Very good to me.
Yeah, there's a lot
Interest
of
rate environment
SoFi
down.
bulls, a lot of SoFi bulls. I'm looking at the earnings right now, and on earnings, since 2024, on earnings, it likes to gap down, or yeah, it likes to gap down more than it gaps up. That's what I'm noticing. There
Does
was
it?
one gap up recently. So that's just, yeah, because people have to remember sometimes a company will have good earnings and it'll still sell off anyway. So if we can break
Absolutely.
30, if we can break 30 and hold above that, that would be absolutely bullish. I can agree at least on the technicals.
Okay. Yep. Good. Good. I thought I was seeing something there. Plus, I mean, I like the company. It's in my long-term portfolio. It's, great bank. FinTech's going to do well. They're getting into crypto. They're doing well on loans. I mean, they're growing like a weed. It's a great company. Now, it's hard to tell if they're overvalued right now because they got good stuff, but we'll see. We'll see how they hold. The financials are doing well too.
Is it an AI stock?
I don't know if actually, you know what? I don't know if they work with AI. That was actually, it's funny you bring that up. I think I wrote it down on look into it somewhere. Um, they're crypto, getting into crypto, but I don't know if they use AI, but I'd be absolutely shocked if they didn't. Not a bad idea to look it up though.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering. So because you mentioned SoundHound. What are your thoughts on SoundHound? What's I like SoundHound. Don't get me wrong. This one, I like. If you
Yeah,
told me, hey, Shades, SoundHound or SoFi, I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck SoFi is, but SoundHound, AI play, growing revenues. Yes, I'll pick
yeah.
SoundHound over SoFi all
This
day.
is
So
my
what are your
long-term
thoughts?
hold too. Like it's been doing good in this cool off. From what I'm seeing, I mean, it looks like we're holding this like old resistance around right around 18, 1750, 18. Um, I don't see it dropping much out of like 1650 with strength, but it could come down to what, 1550, $16. An
Uh,
AI play, it bounced off the 50. I like it. It's cooled off, but right now we still have we haven't crossed over on the MACD, but the MACD trend line has been going up. So we need a little bit of a cool off. and the RSI still looks good. Um, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it
have
here.
you been selling covered calls and then buying them back? I think, right?
Yes, yes, I have. I also been selling them on my long-term shares, but I've been somewhat aggressive on them because they're semi-slow movers. Soundhound will move faster than SoFi, but yeah, I've been making decent money. Been making like I don't know, $100 every 2 weeks
Hey,
off
that
of them.
that pays for lots of lunches.
Sure does, man. Like when you look at owning shares and then renting them out, it's like having real estate, but you don't have to deal with freaking tenants and you don't have to clean apartments or anything like that. You just own 100 shares of a company, rent them out for a week, and then pay for some stuff. It's wonderful. Read the charts well, and you can do it better. So I just got
Sound
to get a little bit more consistent
Soundhound
with it. That's
has earnings on the 6th, so 2 weeks from now. I expect the beat. I mean, it beat last time. It beat like this thing always
I do.
gets a gap up on earnings. So
I
it's
do too. I do too. I expect the beat as well. Yeah, if I didn't have everything tied up in MSTR because I'm retarded, uh, I'd be playing some call options on sound for sure. Um, and then I'm gonna clean my account up and start budgeting it a little bit better. Yeah, SoundHound's great. SoundHound's a great play. AI, they got a good foundation too, and they were backed by NVIDIA at first for a couple years. I don't think NVIDIA has a stake in them anymore, but they're starting to branch out on their own. I like them. I like
yep.
them. They're in automobiles, they're in restaurants. So I mean, food and transportation. That's shit that can't go away.
Yeah, no, I'm bullish on that long term. Personal price target of 25. What's your short term and long term price target?
Well, I got lines on my stuff right here. It crashed down hard at 22, so I got short-term price target of about 22. So you're looking at $4 a share there. Um, long term, like probably within a year, yeah, 25. I can see that. Maybe even 30. This thing can move, but geez, I mean, when we had some hype on this thing, it went from 5 to 25. It blows through 25, it'd probably hit 30, and then I'd say, watch out, it's probably going to come down, depending upon sentiment.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
I think that's head towards 25 to 30. I can agree with that price target. What are your thoughts on the quantum sector? Because those things ran huge and now they've been pulling back. What are your thoughts on that? Especially with the government announcing potential stakes in some quantum stocks.
that's crazy. Like, like everything tells me to stay the hell away from it, but everything also says if it's there and we're in a decent environment and it's running like that, study up on it. I don't know enough about quantum. Like, I don't think it really does anything yet for anybody. There's no revenues on companies. It's nothing but hype. So this is technical chart trading. That's it. Um, I don't think there's any reason to even long term anything into it right now because I don't think there's enough information on what it's going to do. Um, but for trading, yeah, like Rigetti, I think that's probably the one that I know the best, or the quantum ETF. Um, but I think Rigetti, geez, if you learn that chart and how it moves and take some quick profits, I think you can make some daggone good money real fast. Um, yeah, because it's hot. It's a hot sector. Play it till it's not. Why not? I'm
I was kind of like watching it and I'm like, damn, should I get in or should I just kind of let it go? Whatever. Well, they'll come down to the purple line nice and cheap, at some point in the future. So no reason to chase. Basically,
yes,
that's my thought process.
absolutely. I agree with that. Like you wait, a year or two, and this thing blows up like EVs did 3 years ago, and these things tank down to $5. Oh, load it for sure. Because then you'll wait a year and it'll do insane things. Because I mean, look at this RSI. on the daily chart, the RSI was at 90 and it held it for like 3 days. That's crazy. When it cooled off to 75 and then rose back up into 90 for 3 more days. Like people like this shit, but that's very unpredictable. Yeah, yeah. If you want to get lucky on something, give it a shot and you make some quick cash, get out, sure. But yeah, it's going to be hard to predict unless you know what it's doing.
Rare earth stocks, rare earth
Ooh.
elements. You know, what are your thoughts on
Like MP?
MP, USAR? Like, yeah, because that one's those have been hot. I'm bullish on MP and anything backed by the government. I'm automatically like it's gonna be hard to lose because I've traded enough stocks that are backed by the government that it's like they're just hard to lose on because it's got government contracts,
Yeah,
works with the government in some way. It's a necessity at that point if they're working with the government.
I agree, especially, and then there's hype around it too. Like, I mean, MP, like, it's not a sexy stock, and it skyrocketed. So, I mean, there's a lot of interest in it. Now it's cooled off, and I don't think there's been a lot of reason for it to have cooled off because it's still pretty dang necessary, and it's looks like it's finding some nice support right at the 50. So it could cool off a little bit more because the chart's still bearish on the daily. Uh, I've crossed over the 13. We got MACD cross under, RSI dipped, but it's starting to curl a little bit. We'll see. But yeah, I like it. For a long-term swing, not a bad time to nibble some shares, but if you do see it, good lord, down in the 40s, yeah, pick it up for
What?
sure.
Wait,
Even
MP at 40 or what?
yeah, wait a minute, hold on. That's way something would have to be wrong for it to get in the 40s. You see it in the 40s, pick it up, but I don't think it's going to come back farther than what, 60, 65?
I think Shaz just had a heart attack. 40.
Sorry, Shaz. But yeah, it's possible. It had a little nick up there, like when it gapped up. That's where it gapped up from 32 to 45, and then we ran from there. But necessity, like it looks like a lot of strength right there at 60. Yeah, I don't. I'd be shocked if it came back with 60, especially with government backing. Unless that government backing went away, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry if I freaked anybody out by saying 45.
A lot of people just had heart attacks. Like it wasn't just Shaz.
Yes.
Like Fergulis, he just dropped over.
That's,
You know.
sorry about that. But yeah, that's also at the 200, and that's at the purple line. So I mean, we're not going to get there anytime soon. Like I said, unless something absolutely devastating happened. And I mean, but everybody's going to hurt with that. That's not just going to be M&P.
Yeah. No. If MP drops that much, we would. I think the whole market is coming down. Something's wrong.
Absolutely. If MP, that's the other thing because I think next year is going to be absolutely incredible for the first 2 quarters, but I also think that there is some danger heading into the third quarter somewhere. I think we're going to have some pretty bad crap coming, but I don't know for sure. That's just what I'm thinking. So we got to pay attention to stocks like M&P or MP and other signs. If stuff's coming down like that, we need to de-risk or even buy some put options to protect our positions, especially if you're holding it long.
I have to agree here. Yeah. If it does come down to that purple line, it's one hell of an opportunity. What are your thoughts? This I think this past week, everyone in the Discord was like, I was getting a lot of messages from different people asking like, "Hey, is this a hold? Is this the bottom? Are we gonna bottom out soon? Please, I hope." Like a
Oh,
lot of people just kind of just what's the word I'm looking for? Like a lot of anxiety around like where are we headed next, and I'm like. I'm like, dude, just relax. You'll be fine as long as you're not holding garbage. I feel sorry for these people because when we actually tank for real, like an actual just week after week after week of just red, just bleeding out, these people are gonna be like, they're gonna, if they think this drop was something, they have no idea. They can, this is nothing.
Oh, oh my golly, yeah. If you're freaking out about over this drama and this little drop, holy crap, buckle up. Buckle up because you're in for a treat. Your account's gonna look like mine one day. Like I am leveraged out my balls on everything. Like my account swings 20 grand in a week and it's only a 40 to $60,000 account. So I'm used to it. This is nothing. This is absolutely nothing. So yeah, but there could be some turmoil. But I'm looking at the SPY right now, and we just curled on the MACD above the zero line. RSI is heating up again. Fives across. Yeah, we just cracked a new high, didn't we? Riding up the Bollinger Band. RSI is not hot. Everything is screaming strength on the SPY. What's the triple Qs doing?
Yeah, no, everything looks good. Semiconductors look good. QQQ looks good. Spy, like everything looks fine when you look at the markets. Palantir is stuck in a box. Looks like it's ready to break out. I think,
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
said, I think
that dip.
the market already priced in. You know, whatever happens with China, it's already been priced in. Now we head higher.
Dude, do do you think that one day that Palantir is just gonna dump? Like, I mean, it dumped a little bit with the April thing, and but Jiminy Christmas, Palantir's cheap. Like, I mean, it's one of the, it's I think it's like Visa back in the day. I mean, Visa was one of those companies you're just like it's just going up, going up. You're like, okay, I'll buy it when it drops down a little bit. It never did. I I gotta agree. Like, my gosh, look at this. It's just strength, strength. Yeah, I mean it does it's an unstoppable company. I mean, it reinforces itself in everything it does. I mean, it's in military, it's in government, it's in corporations. It's got so much data that nobody wants to piss them off because they could probably bring the world down because they got everybody's dirty laundry in their systems. So, yeah, it's a powerhouse. My goodness. That dip into the 170s was a buying opportunity, but that was a tough buy. Charts look
Uh,
like shit.
yeah. What do you think of Netflix, by the way? Because I'm very bullish on Netflix. I think my theory is the reason Netflix performs like a semiconductor, meaning it just keeps going up year after year. Any red year is opportunity, and on top of that, anytime it goes under the purple line, it's nothing more than a buy. I think people love to be entertained; they need to be entertained, and it's not going to go anywhere. People are still going to need entertainment in some shape. Some way, some form, sex sells, all that good stuff. So that's my theory. I think we're still going to go up higher. This is nothing more than noise. It's in the past 13 years, Netflix has had plenty of bad earnings where it drops and it somehow just keeps going up on the yearly time frame. So, in my opinion, and right now, I'm reading right now, some company just gave Netflix a buy with a target of 1410 and another one with a target of 1280. And someone had bumped it up to 1,600. So, like, clearly, the analysts think like people are just being idiots, and this is worth so much more than where it's at.
Well, I mean, I don't follow Netflix's like fundamentals and stuff, so I don't know a lot about it. But I mean, it's a Magnificent Seven, it's a original Fang stock. I mean, it's a powerhouse. Everybody and their brother has Netflix. Nobody gets rid of it. They one of those like can't die companies because they don't have a lot of overhead really, and they got so many partnerships. The fundamentals, I mean, Netflix ain't going anywhere. Nothing's gonna take Netflix over. I mean, there's Hulu and Prime and Netflix still thrives. So it's a household name, so it's just a good stock. And yeah, man, I did not know that it was at the purple line. Like,
It's all because of some transgender show. I don't know. I don't know the story.
oh, that's right. Yeah, they got political. They might, I tell you what, that political stuff, especially, they could tank a little further. But I mean, let's look and see where they got like long term. I mean, right, the next
I'm
stock, like
looking
from the
at it.
old
I'm looking at it kind of like what was that one healthcare stock that dumped because some guy got shot? UNH.
United, yeah, United Healthcare,
I'm
yeah.
looking at it like that. Like, okay, it dumped, but
It's
at some point it's going to reverse and there's going to be money to be made. So that's kind of also how I'm looking at it. Like, this is just stupid.
I'm thinking
The
like
transgender
worst
show,
case
did,
scenario.
did they take it off air?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure.
You're like, I don't watch it.
I don't watch transgenders. That ain't my thing. You can do whatever you want, but you call a spade where I am. You're
You're
a
like, I
boy, you're
like
a boy. If
real
you're a girl,
girls.
you're a girl. If you're transgender, you're crazy. So
Oh, Shades does not. Shades is very open arms about anyone being whatever the hell they want.
yeah,
I do
you can
not.
be
I do
whatever you
not
want, but you,
co-sign.
you
I
gotta
do not
you gotta
co-sign. I do not. I do not. I have no affiliation with Joey Shaw. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care who you are. I'll still have a conversation with you and do whatever you want in your house. Uh,
Bro, just anyways, Netflix.
anyhow, yeah, Netflix. I mean, we're probably like looks like old Resistance, what 1060, but stronger Resistance, right around 1,000. If it does tank harder, yeah, yeah, 1,000 psychological. Worst case scenario, I'm seeing 8 840, but that's if things got bad. But look at the chart. I mean, MACD's under zero line, it's curling. RSI is low. So I mean, we're due. We're definitely due. We're right at the 50. So if, or I'm sorry, the 200. So I mean, it usually holds. What's the weekly look like? Yeah, I mean, geez. Netflix is a powerhouse company, and people have short-term memories.
Yeah,
Weekly, we're about
that's the thing.
the
People have
50.
short-term memories. Oh no, not a transgender show, and I think this is nothing more than a dip buying
Exactly.
opportunity.
Exactly. It'll blow over like everything else. Um, the next big thing will hit next month, and people will forget that Netflix is trying to do whatever, like what Disney did. That doesn't even make any sense. I mean, it tanked Disney when they tried to go like woke. Like, but yeah, Netflix, great company. Yeah.
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I'm reading right now. The 2025 backlash and boycott of Netflix was because of a clip from a show of a main character who is transgender, and I guess Elon Musk was like, cancel it. It's poison, and that led, I guess, to a bunch of cancellations and whatever. I mean, it's not even around anymore. The show was from like 2023. It just somebody posted a clip and ran with it. So I think that's just silly.
Oh, good grief! It's 2 years old, and people want to bring why did yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That Netflix is an absolute buy. It might have a little bit further to drop. Doesn't make any daggone sense at all. Like people are stupid. Like that's why one of the biggest stocks in the freaking world, one of the biggest companies that's been around forever in the digital space, like they they were a pioneer in the digital space. And one little clip. from 2 years ago tanks them. Come on,
Yeah,
buy
no.
it.
I want to
Back
thank
off.
the transgenders. Shout out to them. I'm gonna get one hell of an opportunity on Netflix.
Absolutely, I might play something on it. Thank you, transgenders. I appreciate it.
Shut up, Joey Shaw. You sounded like you want.
I just, hey, like I said, I'm thanking them. Like I don't agree with them, but I'm also thanking them for what they did. So
You
I
sounded
can
like
make money off that.
you started a
You
little
know,
like, do I really want to thank them?
no, it's an opportunity. Like I give credit where credit's due. If I don't, it doesn't matter if I like you or not. I still give credit where credit's due. If you don't, then you're probably kind of a crappy person. So. Anyhow, but no, yeah, Netflix looked good. Charts coming down. Like nothing's looking great on the charts. Like it's not like an immediate buy, but it's definitely a nibble, or it could bounce. Once things go whatever, or something else gets hyped up, Netflix will get put in the corner for a minute, let it come down a little further, or start to get in slightly, and yeah. I mean, it's purple line strategy, and here we are. And the last time we bounced off the purple line was in April, and everybody thought the world was going to end. So,
Downtrend. Amazon is out of the downtrend. Broke it on Friday, and it bounced off the purple line. It's looking good. It's kind of been underperforming because it has not broken its February 4th high of 242. But it is a stock that trends on the yearly time frame. It just keeps going higher. I buy my groceries now off of Amazon because everything is cheaper on their brand, and I don't see how. I don't understand personally why it hasn't gone to new highs along with the markets, because this thing bottomed out at 166, surged to two. It has not broken that high of two. Of 242 of February of this year.
oh,
It's kind of concerning. Like, why aren't
oh.
we breaking these highs? It's a good stock, good company. So what the hell's going on here? But yeah, I'll be looking for some leaps maybe on this if the market's gonna really start reversing here.
I think we'd have to do a little bit more deep dive into what the company's doing, but I think they're doing like a lot of other I'm sorry, did I interrupt you? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No, give me a second. Give me a second. I
Uh,
have to interrupt because someone is asking. A Discord member is asking. Jason Rev 4982. Did you guys discuss Bull yet? We're not gonna talk about Bull just yet. We'll move on to that one after Amazon. All right. Show Joey Shaw continue.
okay. Uh, you did yeah, what the company's doing on the inside, because there's a lot of institutions that are concerned with the high ad spend on like AI. Uh, or capex that they're spending in AI, but AI is showing that it's increasing revenues and making companies more efficient. So I think that some people are hesitant to put more money into Amazon because it's a little bit of R&D, and we're in that wonky stage. It's a buy. Amazon's a great company. Just because we haven't broke them, when we do, it's going to do like an AMD. I told you forever, AMD is a great freaking company. I didn't get in it. So Um, but yeah, I think it's going to do an AMD thing because
So
yeah,
you think
it's
so you think the market's kind of just sleeping on it right now, and then eventually, oh wait, this is actually a really good company.
absolutely, abso-freaking-lutely. I mean, come on, it's Amazon. If it went away, people would have meltdowns.
I ain't paying no Walmart delivery fee.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, give me 1 second. I gotta take a piss.
All right. So while he takes a big piss, yeah, Bull. We'll discuss Bull while he's taking a piss. Bull, it's in a clear trading range, right? You look at the long-term big picture. What's it doing? It's in a sandwich. You got a nice little, you got the bread on top and the bread on the bottom. You got the meat in the middle, and you're looking to capture a portion of that move, right? You're looking to capture a little bit of that, a little bit of that meat. I guess that sounds weird. No, dirty minds aside, this thing is a buy down here. I already have, I added 100 shares as a starter, added another 100 on top, and I will add. I'm looking at another 300, and I should have 500 shares total by next week. I think it's a buy down here. It's just like it's screaming buy. I think it's like the last chance to buy down here. Assuming Trump or China doesn't say something that causes the markets to recoil, to get scared and run away. I guess so. That's about it. That's kind of the only thing you have to. This is the kind of stock market where like we don't have stability in terms of overall movement, right? Like we're not just going straight up slowly. It's not like we're because of Trump and anything that China says, we we have some downside on the way up, which is opportunity. Clearly, every time Trump talks about this, that, or the other, we go down, and it's nothing more than a dip buying opportunity. People get scared every single time. It's always the same cycle. Trump talks, people get scared. There's fear. The dip gets bought up, and then we rally higher. Literally the same thing happening. So bull, literally, I don't have a bear case for it. I don't see anything like technicals look good. I think there's what 20-40% to be made on the way back up. Yeah, yeah. Joey Shaw is back. That was probably the fastest piss ever. I usually take like a minute, but no. 13% here, and then 30. There's like a 38%. There's about almost 50% to be made once it goes to the top of this range, right? It's a trading range. It goes up and down, right? This looks like this reminds me of not APLD. Well, APLD did break above 10 to get to where it's at. NVTS. It reminds me of NVTS. Let me show you NVTS. It reminds me of NVTS. So think of it this way: you're buying. Yeah, we're talking about bull. Yeah, so NVTS was in this little sandwich, right? Nice, delicious. You got your salami here in the middle. You got your American cheese or provolone. It trades within this range and then eventually broke above this key level, right? And went like it moved quite a bit, right? It moved like almost, well, depending on where you bought, you made 2 to 3x. We were alerting this under 10. If you bought under 10, you made quite a bit of money. So that's kind of what it reminds me of, except we're not buying. We're buying before it even gets to the top of this range. It's not even there. So the setup is really good. It is rare that I talk about a stock from Twitter because I do look at other people's trades, what they're in or what they're looking at on Twitter. But I look at it more so to avoid trading the same stocks. But this is such a good setup that this is one of the first like few stocks that I see on Twitter people talking about that I'm like, wow, this actually looks really good. Great risk to reward ratio. You could not ask for a better opportunity here on this stock. And I think someone loaded very, very big on calls as well. So that's all I got to say. Bull is probably like the big play right now, short term, for the next like week or two. What are your thoughts, Joey Shaw?
Yeah, I don't follow it. I don't follow it all. I caught half of your conversation, so I don't have a lot of like great insights. But I mean, the technicals are working their way around. I mean, we're below the zero line on the MACD, but it's starting to look like a curl. We had a nice little kind of triple bottom on the RSI at 30, so that's a strong sign that we may have bottomed and people are ready to buy. Bollinger Bands are still wide, but the five's about to cross over the 13. Yeah, I'd say definitely a good short-term trade for sure. And what are you seeing? 16? Well, if you want to go to the top of the range,
16 for
18.
sure. 16 for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Get in. You could even, if you want to sell covered calls at 16.
I'm not selling no
You
covered
don't think it's
calls.
gonna hold?
I'm actually gonna hold these. This is a good like the setup is too good, man. You got like I said, you got the bread on top and the bread on the bottom. You buy at the bottom bread and you sell top bread.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like
Um,
that.
so
I'm looking at a firm. I alerted it in my channel. I think I don't know what I was gonna say. Sometimes sometimes I can't talk. Yeah, that was dramatic. I was being dramatic. Anyhow, yeah, I mean The RSI has cooled off drastically, absolutely drastically. I don't know any news on the stock. It's a great company. I was talking about it a couple years ago with a buddy. Never got in because, oh, I'm slightly retarded thing. The MACD has really cooled off. I mean, under the zero line, crossed. We're the fives crossing the 13 right. I'm telling you, man, like this thing looks like it's ready to frickin' blow. So, yeah. So whoever voted to not have my channel, you can fuck off because I alerted this and Shades didn't see it. Anyhow, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding with you guys. Like, I get it. I'm still new to the trading thing, but yeah, I saw this setup and I'm like, whoa, this looks good. This looks really good. Now it's moved, but it had a nice red day on its way up. So it looks like a freaking buying opportunity to me, man. And it's definitely going to come back up to 90. That's $15 a share, and it could hit 100. It hit 100 on that wick. I gotta,
Let me just check
I
the
gotta,
weekly. Let me check the weekly. Oh, it's trending to the upside. Oh, dude, hell yeah! This is it's in a
dude. I'm
wow.
telling you, bro. Like, fuck.
Let me. Oh yeah, it looks like it's gonna break
Let's
down at
go.
some point in the future. But yeah, I mean, it looks short term looks good. Longer term, it's in a bearish pattern. Longer term, but short term, there's still some money to be made. It's in a rising wedge on the monthly.
Okay.
Do
Yeah.
you do you see it?
See, I don't know. I don't. I see. I don't know that stuff fully yet. I haven't learned like wedge patterns, and I know a little bit of like cup and handles and things like that, but I don't see that stuff yet.
Yeah, on my they can on my side. But yeah, there's a it like they showed up. Buyers showed up here on the monthly time frame right at support. So I would say short term definitely a good buying opportunity. Probably if you were to buy right now, there's a gap close as well to 80. So short like maybe a short term trade to 80. I see it. I see the setup. There is resistance at 78 and we did get pushed down on Friday there. So, but the purple line is acting as support. So that's kind of also like I like this is not a bad this is good. I'm gonna add that to my watch list. That's actually I need to do my research on its fundamentals, but it looks good on the charts.
Woo-hoo! Yeah, buddy, you're welcome. I'm talking about MSDR because it is a pile of trash right now. That's why it's a solid buy. It wasn't when I was buying it back in August, though. August and July. Um, but yeah, yeah, I think it's got some steam. I think it can run because it's it's payments and it's in finance. I don't know its fundamentals that well either, but it's got hype and it's a covered stock on like
Wait,
YouTube. So
what's the difference between a firm and SoFi?
a firm is they're just a payment provider, like the quad pay and paying 10 months, paying 12 months, paying 6 months. Um, that's what they do. That's all they do.
And
SoFi is a bank.
but SoFi does provide stuff like that. No.
Yes, yes. So, but I mean, it's Walmart and Target. They do the same thing, but Walmart, Target can do some things better, and Walmart does
Yeah,
other
but
things better. So,
what I'm realizing right now is if you're bullish on a firm, then you would be, and you're also bullish on SoFi. If I had to choose between the
mm,
two right now, based on their setups, I would pick the cheaper one with more potential to move upside wise at least.
absolutely, that's why SoFi is my long-term company. I like it better. A firm's not profitable yet from the last time I looked at their finances. Um, so I don't think so. But I haven't checked their fundamentals. I was just looking at the charts. So, um, But it has been, geez, it's probably been 6 months since I've seen them. They could have changed by now. It might have been longer than that. Are you looking at them, or do you? Okay.
Because yeah. Let me address Chase and Jason Rev in the chat. Any thoughts on NBIS? I'm looking at an MBIS and I know nothing about it. Buyers showed up at the 50 EMA and it's bouncing off of it. It has price targets of highs, like literally this, they're expecting it to go to 140 plus. I know nothing about it, so I can't really make a comment on it, but at least on the technicals, it's going higher and looks good. I don't really know why. Again, I don't know anything about it, so I can't really pretend. The opportunity was at the 50 EMA and it's starting to move away. So I don't, again, I don't, it's right at resistance. It has to break 117 and hold up above that. If it can do that, then maybe go long with a stop loss at like 116. If it does have strength behind the move, it should not come down and stop you out. And it should go higher back to like 140. So very good risk to reward ratio if you are playing the horizontal line strategy on this one. That's all I got to say with regards to NBIS. Now back to the main show with Joey Shaw.
Oh, hi. Let's see here. I'm also looking at BM&R. My fault, Shades.
All right. Let me go over the Affirm. Let me pull it up. Affirm financials. Whoa, 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 whoa! Affirm financials are going up. Yeah, they're going up every year. 870 million in 2021, 2022, 1.35 billion. Then 2023, 1.59 billion. 2024, 2.32 billion. Then a jump to 3.22 billion in 2025. So they're
Nice.
the bottom line is that they're getting more whatever their product or services. I don't even care. The revenues are telling us
Yeah.
that they're getting more demand, a lot more demand, like 40 to 50% more demand for the product slash service year over year. Let me look at the quarterly. They've been performing well quarterly. Yeah, this looks really good. What the hell?
Woo-hoo. Yeah, you know what the sad thing is, man? I was at Walmart probably about 3 years ago, and I was talking to my buddy that I talk about stocks with, and I was like, "You can buy your groceries with a firm?" I was like, "What the heck is that stock doing?" It was at like $8. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm like, "Man, that looks like a good stock to maybe get in and hold for a while." Yeah, and, you talk about it and they never do it because stupid. Yeah, I'm stupid. So, and I'm being stupid, so that's why I'm doing this, and I publicly tell everybody what the heck I'm doing. So, accountability.
Oh, yeah,
I need
yeah.
everybody to keep me.
Back to BMNR. I just looked at the chart. I did want to talk to you about this one. Almost forgot because you're very bullish on
Yeah,
it. I'm not really bullish on it. I'm kind of still skeptical of the whole Ethereum thing because Tom Lee himself did
yeah.
say in those videos that I've been watching of his, he did say, hey, maybe it doesn't work out. So there's a bear case for him.
Absolutely.
It's not
Absolutely.
following Bitcoin. It's not Ethereum's not. Yeah, it's not following Ethereum right now, is it? It's kind of just going down, whereas Bitcoin's going up. So what's
Yeah,
going on
not
with that?
really. I mean, it's fallen Ethereum a little bit, but it's more just the company. But whenever Ethereum does have its little pops, it does it does move. I think this is a more of a hype play at the moment. I think it's a very good long-term company and nobody realizes it yet. But on the short term, I think there's a lot of hype and Ethereum's got a lot of support pretty much right at that 3,800. I mean, even the Wix came down to about 37. Oh, yes. Yeah. I love Kathy Wood. She's a genius. Oh man. No, I would get with Kathy Wood all day.
Oh, you go to one of these conferences and you might meet her.
Dude, I would love to. I would love to have a conversation with Kathy Wood. She's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, everybody thought she was an idiot, what, 5 years ago, because she was talking about this stuff. And look at her.
right now, and Kathy Wood, AI crypto playbook, she thinks that Bitcoin will be worth up to 2.4 million by 2030. Ethereum will be worth 24K by 2030, and apparently Solana layer 1 I don't know what this, I don't understand any crypto stuff, but she put Solana here,
Yeah,
leading layer 1 competitor by 2030. I imagine they meant to say, because she put 2023, but I imagine that that might have been an error there. But
yeah,
yeah, and she
yeah.
puts down here, she puts underneath, I don't know if you're watching my screen, but she puts crypto concept stocks, Circle, ARK's largest quarterly stake
Yes.
increase by that's like number one, I guess, quarterly stake. She likes Hood, she likes Bullish, Coinbase, and BMNR. These are, I guess, crypto
Mm.
related stocks, and she likes fintech. She likes specifically SoFi is what she put down there. So yeah,
Gee,
what are your
that
thoughts
sounds like a
overall
man.
on all? I don't know anything about crypto. You're the crypto king. You let me know what you think. You're the
Yeah.
one who goes to the conferences. I don't know anything about this, but it seems like there's people that are smarter than me who know more about that side of stuff that are very bullish long term for the next like 5 years on all that stuff. So you tell me, man. This is where you come in and you tell me, because I don't fucking know shit.
Absolutely. I know you don't know anything. I got your back shades. But yeah, no, she's absolutely right. Circle. Tom Lee also covered Circle. Circle is basically stable coins. It's like the stable coin central bank, if you want to like just put it like that. I don't know the intricate details, but Circle is going to be an absolutely incredible company. When it IPO'd, a lot of people went, "What the heck is this?" So she's absolutely right. I mean, Kathy Wood thinks 5 years out. So I mean, she is on point with what she says. So anything that she is looking at, be prepared to hold that for about 5 years. But I think that tech innovation is going to grow a lot faster than people think it's going to. Oh shoot, hold on one sec. I gotta go plug my computer in. Ah.
All right, I'll take up some airspace while you're pooing or whatever. Wood also
Yeah.
reflected on the role of U.S. regulators, describing how an initially hostile approach to blockchain innovation may have inadvertently strengthened the industry, and it was a blessing in disguise. All right, let's see. Um, they're betting on the infrastructure. The holdings in the USDC stablecoin issuer Circle saw a massive increase last quarter, becoming one of the largest increased positions. This large scale layout is strong recognition of the core role of stablecoins. So she's bullish on Circle. Huh. I've been looking at Circle and I'm like, I don't know what that does, don't know anything about it. So why would I take a position? I'll just focus on what I know. Let's see what else. Wow, she calls SoFi a fintech disruptor. Huh.
Yeah, absolutely. SoFi
These
is definitely a disruptor.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to be the
she
bank
says
that
SoFi will serve as a crucial bridge, integral to the overarching monetary revolution, quote unquote, strategy. So wow, okay, that is I'm gonna have to actually start doing some research on this side of things, because I don't know shit about any of this. I'm just gonna buy the
I
AI
think SoFi will
stocks.
be over $100 in a couple of years.
Yeah, like I'm just gonna buy AI stocks, but this is like the more I've been doing research and listening to videos of Kathy Wood and Tom Lee talk, they are so bullish on all this that it like I'm almost tempted to buy leaps on these. Like the financial
Dude,
revolution is
I've been
now.
telling you.
Kathy Wood's
I've been
appearance.
telling you.
Wood is positioning ARK as the leading vehicle for the systemic shift. For investors, the question is no longer if the financial revolution will happen, but how quickly they can integrate these disruptors. Okay, so this is basically. I'm gonna have to look into this later because I don't know shit. But there you go. I just wanted to let the audience know while you connected your laptop. Now you can take the floor and talk to them. I'm gonna take a piss.
Yeah, great. Let me get back to the Discord so I can actually see what the heck's going on. Um, but yeah, I mean, Kathy Wood's one of the smartest people in the entire world. By all means, I can't see its screen, so I'm just gonna wing it. But yeah, I follow her stuff all the time. I've been following her for 5 years, and everybody thought she was absolutely crazy when she was talking about genomics and robotics and AI and crypto and different things back then. And she's gotten it all right. So that's what I mean. Tech innovation. That's what America has been brought up on. That's why we're a powerhouse. And Trump, no politics in there, but that administration wants to bring all this business in. We're in a booming, I believe we're going to be in a booming economy for all this stuff. And everything has been changing drastically. So I think that people are going to see crypto, AI integrate into different things. And companies like Circle are going to ramp up and run everything and be that bridge between banks for stable coins to unite the world in the new financial system. And companies like SoFi are getting into crypto and they're bringing up new technology, financial technology, so that people can more easily integrate with a bank. Like nobody goes to the bank anymore. Like I grew up in the day when you went to the bank, got your money out. I mean, that's pretty much people don't do a lot of that anymore. A lot of people don't carry cash, especially younger generation. So over the next 5 years, cash is going to be less and less. I mean, I think they already started. Um, already canceled pennies, didn't they? Like I don't think they're making pennies anymore. So it's starting to slowly phase out. Now, it's going to take a while for cash to completely go away, but that'll probably be, I don't know, 10 years. But digital age is coming. So we have to position ourselves long term for a new shift. And this isn't just like a hype trend. And AI, there's no bubble here. Maybe there's a bubble in quantum right now, but that's going to be building. But there's no AI bubble. It's literally making companies so much more effective, so much more efficient. It's insane. Like Amazon, when we were talking about it on the charts, Amazon made their delivery routes 20% more efficient by using AI. So when a big company like that can make something 20% more efficient, that's incredible because Amazon was the only one that they did distribution better than anybody. And the AI did it better. So we have to think about the future.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, what's going on?
We were just talking about, well, I was just talking about the future and integrating AI with crypto into companies like Circle and SoFi and the changes that have been coming and brewing over the last couple of years, like the financial system, the digital age is coming. So I think positioning ourselves into that mentality in our long-term investments is the best way to go. Elaborating, Kathy Wood says all the time.
I'm definitely gonna watch some more videos on Kathy Wood and what her thoughts are on her SoFi position. I'm very interested in SoFi right now because it does, if it has the revenues and it's being, and she calls that a bridge to this whole financial revolution or whatever. Then I would want to hold some SoFi for sure. I'm definitely like I'm very interested. Like I walked away from this, and I'm walking away from this stream wanting to buy SoFi. That's definitely
Yeah.
I'm very interested now. I'm gonna have to do some research and listen to what she has to say, her thoughts on it, and why she sees it as a bridge to this other new stuff that's coming up. Because I mean, at some point, I have to decide: do I want to buy BMNR for that kind of exposure, or do I just buy SoFi and get that the exposure to the quote unquote bridge, right? So yeah, that's gonna
Yeah,
be very interesting.
absolutely. Yeah. That's a good decision right there to be making for, different investments. Shades is great uh to say it out loud because I don't know how people trade. Like, I don't know how people invest, but the plan, like I have a problem with making a plan here, which is stupid. So I got to get better at that. But um, yeah, SoFi would be probably the safer upside anyhow route, and then BMR is your specifically Ethereum bullish wild card.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm
Yep.
thinking, well, if I want exposure to the financial revolution as they're calling it, then why would I not buy what's safe and still cheap, right? It's even cheaper than BMNR. It has the revenues behind it. If they're so bullish on this financial revolution, then even if it doesn't work out, let's say the financial revolution doesn't happen and BMNR goes to zero, all that other stuff. Let's just hypothetically goes to zero.
Yeah.
SoFi is still its own company that's it's still gonna do fine. It's still its own thing. So even if it doesn't work out for that side of things, I would still be good holding on SoFi. So that's kind of like you know me, I go for safety and moderate gains over high risk, high reward, 100%ers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a wonderful way to look at it. I go a little bit more uh, wild. I'm a little bit more Michael Saylor thought process long term. I think this is going to be the one big, huge disruptor kind of thing. But I got to get a little bit more into the. That's why I have SoFi in my long term portfolio because I truly believe it. Shit, I've been talking about SoFi since $7, $8 years ago, and I had a couple hundred shares of it, traded it off. This is why I stopped trading so much and build up my long-term portfolio. But I got to get better at trading so I can build my long-term portfolio up better because that equity is very, very important. So, but yeah, I love SoFi long term, and then yeah, BMNR is your wild card for sure, and then it's Ethereum specific, and then I don't know why you don't like HIMS. Like, pull up the financials on HIMS. Like, they're good and they're trending well.
I got interrupted here. Hims, the reason I have a problem with it is because it is healthcare, and all it takes. Didn't Trump say something about him specifically, or didn't I swear the administration said something in particular about healthcare, specifically Hims. Something about the weight loss drugs. I don't remember. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Shoot, no, I don't. I don't know.
He
I don't
said
remember
something
anything
that
specifically being
he
said.
said something that spooked people on specifically on Hims. Because I guess the weight loss drug that they have is really popular. So I don't know, but that I don't like holding stocks that the government, like I'd rather buy something that the government is like, yes, we love MP, we're investing in MP, and we're going into quantum,
Yeah,
and we're going into all these stocks. But oh, by the way, Hims and the weight loss drugs, fuck all that. Like that's kind of you kind of want to go with the flow, right? You want to work with Trump, not against him, because it doesn't seem like a good idea to do that because those stocks tend to go down. Case in point, you go against, the transgender thing with Netflix, right? So that's just kind of,
yeah.
yeah. So that's kind of my biggest issue.
No,
I'm looking it up right now, but
it's a good point.
I'm pretty sure that Trump said something about that caused him to be like, oh,
Hmm. I'll have to look into that. You know what? Let me look it up now. Right. Now, that's not how Hims works. So Hims is very interesting. They also, when they had that hype last week, they have a new, oh shoot, what the heck is it? Menopause and pre-menopause drug out. Um, but Hims doesn't specifically target one drug. They target their customers and get their customers basically on one thing. So they have multiple different avenues of drugs and uh, meds and whatever, you know, ED stuff. That's what they were famous for back in the day. But they've drastically expanded. Like I even have the app on my phone, and you get medical assistance. You get to talk to medical doctors. I mean, they're this is digital healthcare, and it's coming. I mean, we're in the digital age. So and they tailor specifically to customers. Yeah. Let me Yeah, let me look one sec.
Yeah, just
Okay,
to,
I'm
yeah.
reading
Do
it
you see
now.
it?
Yeah, sure. All right, October 24th, 2025, down from 54 on 54.48 on September 25th, 2025. Him stock has been impacted by comments and actions from President Donald Trump regarding weight loss drugs. I did not see this, particularly GLP-1 medication like Ozempic. On October 16th, 2025, Trump announced intentions to lower prices for weight loss drugs, specifically mentioning Ozempic, suggesting out of pocket costs could drop significantly from their current $1,000 monthly list prices. Oh, that's not good. This led to a 11% drop in Hims stock on October 17th, 2025, as reported by Investing.com, due to concerns over the impact of price reductions on Hims and Hers business model, which relies heavily on compounding versions of these medications at lower prices, around $130 to $200 a month. Hims has benefited from growing demand of GLP-1s. Yeah, absolutely, but potential price cuts for brand name drugs could erode their competitive advantage in offering cheaper. Ooh, that is a solid article. I didn't see that. Uh, Additionally, on September 16th, 2025, the FDA under Trump's administration issued warning letters to Hims and Hers and other companies targeting false and misleading claims about compounding weight loss drugs, such as implying they are identical to FDA approved. Oh, this has been covered. The Wegovy. Yeah, there was a thing about that a couple months back. Um, This regulatory scrutiny, coupled with Trump's executive order to ensure truthful and non-misleading pharmaceutical ads, led to a 6.5% drop in Hims stocks on that day. The FDA's crackdown was driven by Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s skeptics on GLP-1 drugs, emphasizing diet and exercise over pharmaceuticals. Hmm. Yeah.
I would like this stock more. I would like Hims more if it didn't have all these issues and like anything. If Trump is not behind it, then it's just probably better to just sit back.
Yeah, I see it. Hims is a long-term hold. I traded a little bit too. Because of their innovation and disruptor, just like Kathy Wood says. I think it's disruptor season. It's time to change. Everybody's in for a change, and I think that Hims has the best chance of being a disruptor in the healthcare. Risk? Absolutely. It's healthcare. I mean, you have one drug blow up in your face, your company can go real bad, but they're vertically integrated. They own everything and they know their customers real well. Like I've been following them for a long time and I like them long term. I'm pretty they're going to do it. Oh, absolutely. That's going to impact the price and it's going to tank for sure. For sure. And the chart looks like garbage. It's not a buy right now. It's coming close to the 200-day moving average. And it bounced off some support, but the charts don't look like it's not a buy right now. As much as I like it in the 40s, it might come down to the 30s on bad news.
To me, it's just too risky. I just wanted to answer your question. A long-winded way to answer, but now you know why I look at health. I look at Hims and I'm like, ha ha ha! No,
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 no.
no, no. I'm gonna buy MP.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
I'm gonna buy the government stocks, the stocks that Trump is backing, that the administration is backing, because I know I have the safety net of that. So that's why I always tell people, hey,
Yeah.
if you're holding red on a stock that's backed by the government, don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. You're 100% right. I just like Hims as a disruptor play for myself for long term. And then yeah, it is not currently a buy at all. That chart is still bad. It's curling, but we'll see. I like it long term because I think it's going to be necessary, and I think it's going to be the only company because they did it better than Walmart and Amazon. So
Yeah. For those of you watching, sometimes when we get into these calls, sometimes we disagree, right? He thinks it's a,
Yep.
long term opportunity. I see this as like, I'd rather buy something else. Like I'd rather buy an AI like quantum or any like I'd rather buy something else. I mean, it's got the volatility. Anytime it drops down, it's definitely a buy opportunity to take advantage in terms of trading. But holding it long term, let me look at the yearly time frame. Oh, it has. It's been. I mean, it's gone up, but it's finally just kind of. It's been going sideways up here since the beginning of this year.
Hmm. Hmm.
I
Yeah.
know Joey Shaw's like,
Yeah.
fuck this guy. He's like, fuck this guy. First he rags on
No,
AMD.
absolutely
He
not.
he rags
This is
on
why I love doing it.
he rags on AMD going sideways, and now it's going to the moon. And now I'm ragging on HIMS
Yep.
going sideways, and it's probably going to go to
Blew
the
you
moon.
out of the water on AMD, dude. I've been saying it for months. So when Hims is like $200 a share, oh, the next time I'm gonna be rubbing this in your face.
Yeah, yeah. At this point, you should just have you should just have a portfolio that says like the anti shades portfolio. Like anything he
F
doesn't like,
shades.
load up.
Shades hates MMD. Yeah, like freaking load the boat, man.
That's your
Yeah.
watch list. That's the watch
No.
list. Shades hates.
I like it. I like it. But no, this is why I like this is great. I love disagreeing with you sometimes because, we look at things a little differently and you've got a little bit more of a safety. This for sure is going to work out and I got all this is going to be explosive and I like that. But I also like the yes. Yes, yes, absolutely, and I'm looking a little more long term, but I gotta play my short term better to protect my short term capital. Absolutely. So, just like everybody else here, I appreciate what you do and the daggone diligence you have and mastering your stuff. So, but yeah, M's long term, you don't know what you're talking about. Bitcoin's going to be the greatest asset in the world too. So if you adopt a Bitcoin standard instead of a fiat standard, your life's going to be a lot better because money's worthless. So we know that. That's why we gain it in the market.
All right. So if you had any how do I say this? If you had to pick five stocks to hold for the next 5 years from right now, 2025 to 2030, what would those five stocks be? Ready, set, go.
I'm already doing it. I have six. So, but yeah, it's definitely MSTR, Palantir, SoFi, Hims, man. And then it's a toss up between SoundHound and BMNR. I think BMNR makes the better move just because, but it's really hard to tell. It's both of those are even to me, but those are my 5 year plays.
I have to disagree with him here. I think Palantir fine. Palantir is okay, okie dokie, right? I think that's awesome. Uh, MSTR and BMNR, it's pretty much the same thing. You're basically have two. You're holding two of the same thing. Like they're both getting exposure to the movement of. You're betting on crypto when you're buying those two essentially. So it's kind of weird that you have
Yeah.
two of the same thing. I think you would be better off having just one thing that exposes you to crypto movement, and then I don't. Do you even have an AI play in there that's not Palantir?
SoundHound.
Yeah, but I said top five. You kind of went SoFi, MSTR.
I did. Well, that's five. MSTR, SoFi, Palantir, Hims, and then SoundHound, BMNR. But yeah, SoundHound is it and BMNR are pretty much the same to me. But yeah, SoundHound's my AI play.
I see. So guys, see when I see someone say these kinds of stocks, I'm like, hmm. I would have to say he's got some good picks. It's just it's that damn what is it? Yeah. Wait, you didn't pick AMD?
I didn't. It's in my long term, but it's not in my top five. These are my top five.
Oh, really? It's so you don't see AMD as like oh wow, okay,
Oh
that's
no,
that.
AMD is gonna blow, but I think crypto is gonna do better.
Okay, here's the better question. Of those five, which do you think is going to give the most return?
BMNR.
Wow, BMNR? Okay, man, dude, you really love these. I don't know anything about crypto. I can't really comment, but this guy really loves,
Ethereum, Bitcoin. I, it's gonna. I think BMNR is going to outpace everything. MSTR is going to rip and be insane. It's going to be one of the most valuable companies in the entire world one day. But BMNR and Ethereum, especially over the next 5 years, I think is going to be mind blowing. Yeah,
You know what's
that's
fun?
how
You know what's
much
funny? You know what's
about
funny is I
Ethereum.
was just thinking about this. This whole stream, we've just been talking about all these different sectors, quantum, AI, MSTR, Bitcoin, crypto, all that stuff, healthcare, and we almost forgot about
Mhm.
one, which is robotics, AI, physical
Oh
AI,
shoot! How did we
robotics.
forget about that? Jeez. Oh, RR. Oof. All right. Yes. Got it. All right, yeah, we definitely got to talk about robotics. I mean, we've talked about everything else that's up and coming and disruptive and AI and crypto, but we need the actual physical bodies, like Shade said, that this stuff is going to live inside. I live in a pretty small area. I live about an hour outside of Pittsburgh International Airport. If anybody ever wants to meet up, and you're in the area, but Upin's pretty small. It's got two red lights. Um, and they actually have an AI bot. It's a Mexican restaurant, and it comes to you and serves you some drinks and chips and stuff, and it like plays a song. So it's already being adopted in the real world in small towns. So that's very important. So adoption, like when I look at long term, there's four things that I look at long term. It's innovation, adaptation, adoption, and world-class management team. That's what I look at whenever I look at my investing. That's why I have my top six. Um, but yeah, robotics, geez, RR, Serve, Tesla, those are probably the best robotic companies that I can see that have the chance. But between RR and Serve, it's a little bit more risky. Tesla is going to be in the energy storage part of it, but all this brain power, all this computing power, it's got to live in stuff. So there are so many different things that are going to be working together to bring this stuff to life. It's going to be incredible to watch it grow over time. And then we can't forget about the energy to supply it. So the power. And so if you got some good energy plays, anything, not anything, but nuclear. Nuclear is a really good one because it's a very inefficient power, and they're starting to figure out how to make it mobile. But that's going to be, I don't know how they're going to do that. So don't bet on that just yet. But yeah, robotics, they're going to be crazy. I mean, Tesla, they're humanoid robots. They're making it. RR, humanoid robots. China, humanoid robots. Um, I would assume that Amazon is going to be a company that is going to be, some sort of a humanoid robot or a drone of some sort delivering packages faster, quicker instead of just a van. Now, you can't just take the vans away, but the innovation is going to be really coming through all these different companies. And it was funny, my parents' financial advisor, when they switched over to them, he looked at me and my brother. He said, "I'll give you a tip for the future," and he said robotics. And that was probably about 3 or 4, maybe almost 5 years ago. So robotics has been in the works for a while. So there's been a lot of innovation from it and a lot of big players in it. So I think it's more ready to go than a lot of people realize. It's still going to be, half a decade before you see it in people's houses or maybe cutting the grass or something like that. But um, yeah, this AI intelligence has got to live in something. So the world in the future is going to be very interesting. And I'm going to try and look at, there's an article that I was reading or a video I was watching. Can't remember. But there are so many different things that are coming. We go back to what like Kathy Wood and Tom Lee and Michael Saylor. They all think about things completely the same, and they're all disruptive. They all see what's going to come in the future, and these are big name people. Like Tom Lee's been in the finance world for 30 years. He's been doing financial research for 30 years. So anything that he says that's going to do well in the financial world is a pretty good place to bank some money. Kathy Wood, she's been in the innovation place forever. And I mean, these people get mocked on a daily basis because they look like they're crazy, but they're not. What are you laughing at? They they do. They get freaking mocked constantly.
I've never seen that. I guess I don't really watch. I'm not looking at Twitter, transgender people like you are.
No, they catch a lot of shit. Like, I mean, Tom Lee, like he's getting a lot of hack that he's going straight into Ethereum. Everybody thinks he's nuts. Everybody thinks he's absolutely nuts. He's been a top analyst for a decade. Like, I mean, Kathy Wood was laughed at years ago for all of her picks. Like her ARC funds, they did terrible. They did terrible because they were all about the future, and the future wasn't here yet. And now she's like, yeah, told you. And this is what's coming. And I mean, look at these guys. They got some big numbers. I mean, Tom Lee, like I said, he's been in the financial place forever. He still thinks Bitcoin's going to hit 200 grand in 10 weeks. Like, that's crazy. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I mean, he's not a dumb guy. Kathy Wood's got a $2 million price target on it in 5 years. That's a 20x on a $2.5 trillion asset from an extremely intelligent group of people. I mean, why in the heck would you not want to put your money in these places where these power brains, like if you think that me and Shade's got some good stuff to talk about, these people are brilliant and they just surround themselves with even more brilliant people, and that's all they do is run numbers all day long. So that is why my top picks, two of them are into the top two cryptos because this stuff is just gonna run.
Also, keep in
It's gonna
mind,
run the world.
Joey Shaw does love to worship these people. Like he kind of thinks Tom Lee can't be wrong. Like he likes to get on his knees, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Shut the hell up, dude.
I mean, dude,
No,
you
they
talk
can
you
be
talk.
wrong. They can be short term wrong. They're not traders. They're investors. So I look a little more long term. But no, they can be wrong. Absolutely, something could go bubkiss. But if two of my companies don't do well and the other four absolutely rocket in 20, 50x, who gives a shit?
All right, so what were we talking
So
about? Robotics, right? Yeah, robotics. So
robotic. Yeah.
yeah, I was looking at the robotics, the ETF that keeps track of the entire sector, and it's breaking out right now. And it started
Where's it?
breaking out on the monthly this year, and it bottomed out this year on April 1st. And since then, we've just been climbing. This tells me that people have no idea still, like like these machines are going to be everywhere. That's why we need the infrastructure from APLD and all the other companies. So I believe that robotics right now completely being slept on. I think there's people that genuinely look at robotics and think, yeah, robots everywhere. But once it actually is here, people are gonna realize like, holy shit, like this is actually like this ain't fantasy anymore. This ain't no sci-fi anymore. This is real. Like this is gonna come. We're gonna have. We're gonna have machines that you can have as girlfriends. Unfortunately, AI, girlfriends or whatever. You're gonna have machines that serve you food. Machines
Shade.
that there's gonna be everything. It's gonna be everything. And another thing I want to say, if there's a company that's gonna make like fuckable robots, I am gonna invest in that if it's public.
Oh, absolutely, man. People are sick and lonely. They're going to do nasty things to robots because nobody's going to judge them, and it's going to be weird. But yeah, absolute place to put money for sure. Yeah, definitely.
That
Same.
was just so out of left field. Like, dude, I will invest in that. I don't care. I would put money into that
I
because
was out of left field. You're the one that brought up fuckable robots. Like, oh,
nobody's watching at this
but no,
point.
yeah,
So,
that's funny.
yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
am
I
being
think so
serious.
for
I am
sure.
being serious. Any company who starts doing like I think robotics still has a long way to go to catch up to the quantum computing hype. I think we're just getting started here. I think we're gonna see that at 25 plus at some point. You got to be willing, like Naveen said this morning when I talked to him. You got to be willing to buy and hold and not be fearful on the red.
Yeah, absolutely. That you got to have that conviction. You got to have your reasons. Like me and you disagreed on a couple of my plays, but I've got reasons to back it up for long term. So if you don't have a reason to back up your shit, then you're definitely shouldn't be in it. It might do wonderful, but if you don't know why, then what the hell you doing? So you're just throwing darts or putting money in. You don't even understand what you're putting money into. So I like to have a pretty decent idea where my money's going. Uh, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. What else? We didn't talk about anything. I don't know if there's anything else that I'm looking at. Like, I mean, I love Hood absolutely, and man, I thought it was going to come down a little bit further, uh, but it didn't. uh, so it's to me, it's on a discount, and it's starting to curl too. Like Hood's one of those companies where you're just gonna buy the dips, just buy the dips.
That is it for this episode of. Oh, somebody wants me to talk about Serve. Well, no, we're not going to talk about Serve. This is the end of this stream. I will see you. Me and Joey Shaw will see you maybe next week or 2 weeks from now. We'll be back with another episode of the Shaw and Shade Show. Maybe one day we'll get, Nick in here. Nick said he was open to, coming on and talking. Maybe Shaw. No, not Shaw. Shaz. Maybe. We'll see. Because it's so weird to me that people are shy. It's not like we're mean. It's not like we're gonna yell at you and be like, "Oh, you're an idiot." Like, no, we're here to talk. We're here to help you out. Any
Yeah, and if
final
you're afraid
thoughts?
of messing up,
Any
I
final
mess
thoughts,
stuff up all
Joey
the time.
Shaw?
Yeah, if you're afraid of messing up, like, come on in, talk with us. Like, it helps the conversation. It might help you see something you didn't see. It might help me even Shades. Like, I showed Shades a firm, and he was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool. We'll see what's going on with it." That that helps us. We're a community. We're a group. Let's get to know each other. Let's talk a little bit of crap to each other, but let's get along and help each other improve on how to make money. Like, if somebody in this Discord makes $1 million, I'm gonna be right there cheering you on. I want somebody to be cheering me on when I'm right behind you doing it. Like, let's let's change our lives, and let's do it together.
All right, guys. I will see
That's what I got.
you in a week or two. Later.